Well, hello, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. It is Easter Sunday, and I hope everybody's had a great Easter. The sun came up, and it looks like the sun's going down, and I'm sitting here because I'm amazed. One, I'm amazed because it's that time of year where the damn gophers are out, and I see the gopher who's really big and fat, and I said to my mom, Mom, it's the damn gopher looks fat as can be after hibernating all winter. He says probably a female, and she's probably about to have some babies. So it's like, okay, they are literally taking over. And the holes, they got some gopher holes that if you step in them, you're gonna break your ankle. That ain't no lie. So he or she just ran back in the hole. I'm waiting for it to pop back up. But anyway, I didn't even realize that this happened, and this is crazy. When I heard about this, at first I thought this was one of those fake news stories, because there's so many of those that are out these days, that apparently negotiation for Brock Purdy isn't going real well. In fact, they say that they had a $266 million offer that was turned down. Now, I'm trying to understand if that was a 5-year deal or if it was a 4-year deal. If it was a 4-year deal, then that's $66 million a year, which blows the other deals out the water. Now, keep in mind, when you talk about going up another $5 million, that's just the general price of doing business, because the salary cap has been going up like crazy. The salary cap's gone up $55 million. However, that's not my point on how much he gets paid, and I'm sure he's going to get paid, and that this is just the beginning of the negotiations. But, and you can argue whether or not he's worth that kind of money. The thing that amazes me, though, is how there is such a double standard that if this was Dak Prescott, and we're talking about the Cowboys, that everything with the Cowboys is being negotiated like crazy. In the media, and all the mistakes that the Cowboys are making, that this isn't even a blip on the radar. I had to hunt to try and find the actual story, but $266 million. Now, there's no guarantee that the guarantee money is going to be record breaking or anything, because we don't know. Because see, like Josh Allen, his deal averages, there he is, $55 million. He popped up, saw me, and went back in. His deal averages $55 million a year, but it's the highest guaranteed money. So you can look at it and say, well, he's not getting paid as much per year as, say, Dak Prescott is, but his guarantee money, I think, was higher than anybody else's. So in the end, it's only the guarantee money that really counts. I'm keeping an eye out for this damn groundhog. Now, my wife, of course, I want to do my garden. My wife said, plant the garden. It's okay. The groundhog's got to eat. And she's like, well, don't kill the groundhogs. All right. And then today, there were 2 bees that were making bees' nests in the room over there. And she's like, well, why don't you move it? How am I going to move the bees' nest, honey? I said, well, don't kill them. I'm like, okay, then, you're going to have bees. You got a choice. We either knock the nest down so they can start making one someplace else and get the message, or we live with bees. The choice is on you. Be that as it may, here's where it gets to be interesting. So, we've got, I can't remember the guy's name, but one of the talking heads out there says that if they pay Brock Purdy, of course, that will close their Super Bowl window, of course, because they're going to be paying him a whole bunch of money, and they won't have money to, of course, win elsewhere. And so what they were suggesting is trading him to Tennessee, not for the number 2 pick, but for their 2nd round pick. Wait a minute. You guys traded up, took 3 number 1s to go to the number 3 spot to draft Trey Lance, and now you're suggesting that they should trade him for a 2nd round pick? That doesn't even make sense. It doesn't even make sense. I'm curious, because I'm sure I'll hear Jay Maxwell or something or other, because I remember before when they were talking about he may take like a $45 million deal because, he cares about the team and, of course, about winning. I'm curious, 49 Bang Bang Niner Gang guys, how you feel about the fact that he's not taking a team-friendly deal, that he's looking to get max contract money. And it's funny, I don't hear anybody trashing Brock Purdy about not taking team-friendly deal. And here's what else I don't hear. Because Brock Purdy last year only had 20 TDs and 12 interceptions, and his completion percentage went down. You know the funniest thing about this is people will go through and they say, well, Christian McCaffrey was injured. He lost Brandon Ayuk. Of course his numbers went down. My quarterback can have literally a broken thumb, and they'll say, Dak Prescott's got no excuses. The people that San Francisco put out on the field between Deebo Samuels and the running game was still, as 49er fans, Jay Maxwell pointed out, was still one of the best running games in football last year. So he had a running game better than definitely what Dak's had the last couple of years. Better running game than what Dak's had the last couple of years, even without Christian McCaffrey. You still have Skittle Kittle, who is one of the best tight ends in football, and you still had Deebo Samuels. But his numbers go down to 20 TDs and 12 interceptions. His completion percentage goes down, and y'all make excuses for him. Y'all make excuses for him. See, this is where Cam Newton is 100% right. Cowboys, they move the needle. If you're a 49er, nobody gives a rat's ass about you. Nobody gives a rat's ass about you. Harsh but true. Alrighty, good people. I guess that gopher's not going to pop back up here. He's shy. Or she's shy. I got to figure out something. Because I want to plant my garden. And I want to actually eat some of the vegetables. Yeah. Have a great holiday. And this is draft week. We'll be doing a draft party. And I hope to see you guys there. I know there's a lot of places you can go for your draft information and stuff. And actually on YouTube in general. And that's where I appreciate each and every one of you guys that are here, supporting the channel, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Peace out.